Hey everyone, welcome back. The Polestar 6 is the electric roadster BMW should have made a long time ago, possibly 5-10 years ago. This is an article that I found just browsing on Google trying to find more Polestar news. I found this on BMW blog, and this is fascinating because I completely agree with this statement. In the early parts of 2012, 2013, and 2011, BMW was one of the few companies who were investing in electric vehicles. So naturally, it's a mystery to everyone why BMW isn't leading the EV market. And I have a simple answer for everyone. It is because they were not ambitious enough when it comes to EV vehicles. They were not focusing on EV vehicles enough. They were focusing on EV vehicles maybe 1 or 2% of the time. Majority of their time, effort, and money was going into normal combustion engine, petrol, and diesel vehicle. And sadly, BMW had a great opportunity to be the Tesla of today, and they failed. So let's go into this article and try to understand what they're trying to say. So it starts with saying that a few months ago, Polestar unveiled the Polestar 02 concept, a gorgeous EV roadster. It was the talk of the town for several days. A car enthusiasts were in love with its modern, sleek, top-down design. At the time, Polestar didn't confirm whether or not it would be building the stunning convertible car. But now it is being confirmed. The Polestar 02 will officially become the Polestar 6, and not only will it be a gorgeous, monstrous, powerful EV convertible, it's the car BMW should have built a long time ago. This is what they have to say, and I completely agree. You remember when BMW used to build the BMW i8? I don't know if those cars are still in production, but the BMW i8 was a hybrid or fully electric vehicle. Nevertheless, it feels like BMW was on the track to creating something revolutionary. And at the i8, they just stopped developing that i8 vehicle. I think they kept on releasing the model, but it was just the same thing. They weren't innovating enough, and they weren't developing those vehicles in mass production enough. They were delivering those vehicles in few numbers. On the other hand, they didn't see the glaring opportunity in front of them to capitalize on that great opportunity that Mercedes were missing at the time. And Mercedes and BMWs are the main rival towards each other, with Audi there in between somewhere. But even Audi were sleeping on this idea. It's only recently that Audi and Mercedes are starting to wake up. And in the rush of everything, BMW realized that they had an amazing opportunity and it completely slipped out of their finger. Pardon me, ladies and gents, we've got breaking news. I just realized on my YouTube channel that we've officially passed 1,000 subscribers. Sorry for the interruption, everyone, but there it is. Monument is officially at 1,000 subscribers. Thank you to everyone who supported us along the way. We really appreciate it. Thank you for Boss USA. He commented, congratulations on 1K subscribers. I'm the 1K subscribers. Thank you, Boss USA. Thank you to everyone who subscribed. All 1,000 of everyone. Seriously, this is a big deal. Ladies and gents, apologies for that interruption, but let's continue with this amazing video. So it continues to say, first, let's start with what the Polestar 6 is. It's an all-wheel drive, dual-motor, all-electric, 2-seat roadster with a futuristic design and ton of power. It looks every bit like a Polestar while also separating itself from the brand's other vehicle. It's a lovely piece of automotive design and one that most brands should be envious of. Now, under that breathtaking sheet metal is a bespoke bonded EV architecture that provides up to 800-volt charging and dual electric motors. Now, the official figures of the Polestar 6 are a whopping 884 horsepower and 663 pound-feet of torque. According to Polestar, it will reach 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. Now, for most modern people, obviously, this sounds very much conservative. And this is what the blog had to say. It had to say that it sounds incredibly conservative. And that's true considering that Tesla is claiming that their new Roadster vehicle will be able to accomplish 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds. Similar to the Tesla Model S Plaid, it's roughly the same technology. But as you can see, Polestar is taking a different direction with their Polestar 6. And I admire them for at least building this vehicle in 2026. Now it continues to say, unless it weighs as much as a nuclear submarine, the Polestar 6 should break into the high twos. In other words, at least 2.9 seconds to 0 to 60. Polestar also claims a top speed of 155 miles per hour, but that doesn't seem to matter as much in an EV. So this is where it gets interesting. They say now, here's where BMW comes in, or rather, where it didn't. Which is the problem? After Polestar unveiled the O2 concept, the enthusiastic world went into a bit of a nut, and Polestar did something BMW fans could only dream of their favorite brands doing. It took notice. And that's true, a lot of companies took notice to what Polestar was doing. It's this new EV company that's shaking up the industry, revolutionizing what we think an electric vehicle should be or look like. They're not just doing this with the Polestar 6, but they're also doing this with the Polestar 5. That's a GT sports sedan, and it looks fantastically incredible. Now here's a quote from Thomas Ingeluth, the CEO of Polestar. And I quote, "With the overwhelming consumer and press responses, we took the decision to put this stunning Polestar into production, and I'm very excited to make it a reality." He went on to say the Polestar 6 is a perfect combination of powerful electric performance and the thrill of a fresh air with the top down. Absolutely amazing. Let's not forget, this vehicle in real production will be a convertible. Absolutely incredible. I'm super excited. Unfortunately, this car will not have the drone that was in the O2 concept. And I think that makes a lot of sense. Considering that they want to make this car a real production car, I'd say for now, the drone is possibly something that you can just leave in the boot. So for BMW on the other hand, Polestar came out with a gorgeous concept and fans loved it. Of course they did. We all loved it. So Polestar actually decided to build it. Makes sense, right? And this is what the blog had to say. You know who else had many gorgeous concepts over the years? BMW. And that's true. BMW had some amazing, fascinating concepts since 2008, 2009. I remember being in school and seeing some of the most amazing BMW concept, including the BMW i8. So how many of them were actually ever made? None, in my opinion, except for the BMW i8. But this blog is saying none were made. But BMW did at least make the XM, so I guess we have that. The XM, you know what, I'm actually not that familiar with the XM, but I'm actually Googling it right now. And yes, indeed, this is a concept vehicle, but I wasn't aware that BMW made this into a production vehicle, so I'll have to look into this even more. It looks like there is a production prototype that's in testing that I'm not aware of, but now I'll have to do some research. It looks really interesting though, but I really thought that the BMW i8 started out as a concept and then went into production. Now the blog goes on to say that the worst part is BMW almost did have an incredible all-electric Roadster. The BMW i8 Roadster was obviously a plug-in hybrid, but it had an all-electric mode. And despite it being slow in that made and having a short range leash, it was surprisingly enjoyable to drive. So the EV blog is basically saying that they remember driving it for the first time and thinking that BMW should throw the gas engine away and just make it a full EV Roadster. It would have been incredible if BMW did such a thing, or at least made a pure BEV, that's a battery electric vehicle successor to the i8 Roadster. It would have been capitalizing on a very excitement that Polestar is capitalizing on right now, and I completely agree. BMW missed a major opportunity not developing the BMW i8 even more, developing into something that's truly amazing. The BMW i8 could have been what the Polestar is or will be soon. It could have been what the new Tesla Roadster will become once that vehicle hits production. So you can see where BMW has obviously lost out, and I can guarantee you, likes of Audi, likes of Mercedes, they will be following up and capitalizing on what Polestar is doing right now, building a Roadster EV to capitalize on it and to compete with Polestar and to compete with Tesla and possibly even Porsche in the future. So when the Polestar 6 does eventually come out, it's going to do something that BMW has never done. Beat Tesla to the punch. Tesla's been boasting about how fast its theoretical new Roadsters for years, despite never actually building it. However, the Polestar 6 will not only be a debut first, it will probably get a mid-cycle update before Tesla Roadster debut. If it ever does that at all, if BMW makes an EV Roadster that looks like an i8, it would have stolen Tesla's launch years ago, which would have had to put the Bavarian ahead of the game. So they finish up their blog by saying, I can't wait for the Polestar 6 to come out and to see the first true all-electric vehicle, topless supercar, but it will always annoy me that BMW should have done it first, and I completely agree. This blog post was written by Nicole Di Mattia, so go check out their blog post. So thanks to BMW blog for writing such an amazing article. This was very insightful and I completely agree. So this is where we'll end this video. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe to see more, and of course I'll see you in our next video.